In a world that's becoming more uncertain by the day, your survival might depend on not just what you have, but more importantly, where you hide it. Here's a common mistake most preppers make. They focus on the obvious while missing the critical items that could make all the difference in 2025. Why 2025? Because experts are warning about major global shifts, from digital currency rollouts to potential supply chain collapses. If you're not prepared, you don't want to be caught off guard. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal 10 essential items that most survival channels never talk about. These aren't your typical prepper supplies, they are specific items that could become impossible to get once things go south. Plus, I'll show you exactly how to hide them so they'll be there when you need them most. The third item on this list is something 97% of preppers overlook, yet it could be the difference between thriving and barely surviving in a crisis. Before I reveal these 10 critical items, you need to understand why hiding them properly could be the difference between life and death. We're living in times where what you own today could be gone tomorrow. Think about this. In times of crisis, your visible stockpile isn't just vulnerable to desperate neighbors. History shows us that governments worldwide have seized private resources during emergencies. Argentina in 2001, Greece in 2015. It's happened before and it can happen again. But here's the real game changer. Hiding your supplies isn't just about keeping them secret, it's about strategic placement. You need to access these items quickly when needed, but they must remain invisible to others. It's a delicate balance that most preppers get wrong. Remember what happened during recent lockdowns? Those who kept all their supplies in one place learned a harsh lesson. That's why I'll show you how to spread your items across multiple secure locations. But first, let's understand where you should not hide these items. Now, let me share a critical prepper secret. It's not just what you store, but how you spread it out that matters. Think of your supplies like a spider web, not a single nest. You never want all your survival items in one spot. Here's the golden rule of storage, the rule of three. Three different types of locations, three different security levels, and three ways to access each item. This isn't paranoia, it's strategic thinking. Your home, a storage unit, and an off-grid location, each spot needs different hiding methods. Inside walls, under false floorboards, or even in plain sight using everyday objects as camouflage. Ever thought about using old appliances or children's toys as storage? The best hiding spots are the ones hiding in plain sight. But before I show you the exact items you need to hide, here's a crucial warning. Moisture and temperature can destroy your supplies faster than any thief. That's why the next section is absolutely vital. Let's dig into these 10 essential items that could save your life in 2025. Number 1. Let me tell you something alarming that happened just last month. The Federal Reserve announced a shocking 2% rise in inflation, hitting ordinary people's savings hard. But here's where it gets interesting. While regular folks watched their dollars shrink, smart preppers who invested in precious metals saw their wealth grow by 15% since October 2024. Gold isn't just a shiny metal anymore. It's becoming the new safety net. But here's the crucial part most people miss. Don't just stock up on gold bars. Break it down into smaller tradable units. Think 1-ounce silver coins, quarter-ounce gold pieces, and even pre-1965 silver dollars. These smaller units will be perfect for trading when paper money loses value. Now, here's a trend that's exploding right now. Junk silver. These are pre-1965 coins that contain 90% silver. They're flying off the market because they're perfect for small transactions and don't look suspicious like gold bars. What's even more interesting, countries like Russia and China have been stockpiling gold at record rates in late 2024. They know something big is coming. But here's the kicker. You don't need millions to protect yourself. Starting with just a few silver coins can make a huge difference. But whatever you do, avoid these two deadly mistakes. Don't buy fake metals, and never store all your precious metals in one place. The smart preppers are using a 3-location strategy to secure their survival. Now, let's talk about something eye-opening that happened just last month in California. A family lost everything in a flash flood, not because they weren't prepared, but because they couldn't prove what they owned. Their crucial documents were destroyed, and their digital copies were inaccessible due to power outages. Recent research from October 2024 shows that 78% of preppers focus on food and water, but completely overlook documentation. Yet, in the last 6 months alone, we've seen how critical papers became during regional disasters. Your survival documentation needs to include personal IDs and passports, property deeds and vehicle titles, medical records and prescriptions, insurance policies, family photos to prove residence history, cryptocurrency recovery phrases, emergency contacts and rally points, maps with your cache locations. Experts are now warning about new digital ID systems rolling out globally. Having physical copies of your documents creates a crucial backup that can't be digitally erased or locked. Pro tip, store these in waterproof, vacuum-sealed bags with silica gel packets. Add a USB drive with encrypted copies, but never rely solely on digital versions. Remember, in an emergency, proving who you are and what you own could be the difference between getting help or being turned away. The key is creating multiple distributed copies without keeping them all in one place. Next, let's talk about emergency medical supplies. Imagine a stormy night, power lines down, roads impassable. In such critical moments, access to emergency medical supplies can mean the difference between life and death. Emergencies can strike without warning, leaving communities isolated and first responders overwhelmed. Having a well-prepared medical kit ensures immediate treatment for injuries, preventing complications and infections. Your emergency medical kit should include first aid supplies, bandages, antiseptics, and tools to address common injuries. Essential medications, minimum 3-day supply of prescription and over-the-counter drugs. Personal health documents, copies of medical records and insurance information. Regularly update your kit, checking expiration dates and tailoring contents to your family's specific health needs. Engage with local organizations to stay informed about best practices and disaster preparedness. Community efforts enhance resilience and ensure collective safety in uncertain times. Preparation is your best defense. Equip your household with the necessary medical supplies to face emergencies head on. Now, let's move on to something truly fascinating: heirloom seeds. Imagine a time when every seed you planted was a promise, a legacy passed down through generations, each one carrying the stories and resilience of our ancestors. In today's uncertain world, heirloom seeds are not just a link to our past. They are a vital key to our future survival. Unlike hybrid seeds, heirloom varieties are open-pollinated, meaning they can be naturally pollinated by insects, birds, or the wind. This natural process ensures that the seeds you save will produce plants true to their parentage season after season. This self-sustaining cycle is essential for long-term survival gardening. Heirloom seeds are naturally adapted to their local environments, making them more resilient and easier to grow than other varieties. Their genetic diversity offers a broader range of flavors, colors, and nutritional profiles, enriching your diet and enhancing food security. In times of crisis, access to fresh, nutritious food becomes paramount. By cultivating a garden with heirloom seeds, you're not only ensuring a reliable food source, but also preserving biodiversity and cultural heritage. Each seed is a living artifact, a testament to human ingenuity and the natural world's abundance. Embracing heirloom seeds empowers you to take control of your food supply, reduce dependence on commercial systems, and build a resilient future for yourself and your loved ones. Start your heirloom garden today and become a steward of the Earth's rich agricultural legacy. Heirloom seeds, planting the past to preserve the future. Now let's talk about ammunition and defensive tools. Imagine a future where the world feels increasingly unstable. Supply chains disrupted, essential services faltering, and local law enforcement unable to respond to rising crime. It's 2025, and the safety of your home and family depends entirely on how prepared you are to defend them. This isn't a scenario to take lightly. Defense tools and ammunition aren't just about personal security, they're about ensuring your peace of mind in an unpredictable world. They're about ensuring that in moments of crisis, you have the ability to protect and provide. Let's start with firearms. A 9mm pistol is a cornerstone for self-defense. Its balance of power, ease of use, and widespread popularity make it one of the most reliable choices. Ammunition for 9mm firearms is readily available, which means you'll have a better chance of maintaining your stockpile even during shortages. Pair this with proper training to ensure accuracy and control under pressure, because when seconds count, precision matters. For more versatility, consider a 12-gauge shotgun. This tool isn't just for defense, it's an all-in-one solution for protecting your property and hunting for food. Different types of ammunition like buckshot, birdshot, and slugs give you options for both short-range and medium-range scenarios. A shotgun is easy to handle and immensely effective, even for those new to firearms, but don't overlook the utility of a .22 caliber rifle. This weapon is quieter, lightweight, and perfect for small game hunting, helping you secure a sustainable food source if grocery store shelves are empty. Its ammunition is compact and inexpensive, allowing you to stockpile large amounts without taking up too much space. When discussing defense, it's not just about firearms. Silent tools like crossbows and slingshots provide excellent alternatives. These weapons allow for quiet operation, which is critical when you don't want to draw attention to your location. Crossbows are particularly useful for hunting in wooded or rural areas, while slingshots can serve as both a defensive tool and a way to gather food in a pinch. Equally important is the storage and organization of your ammunition and tools. Always keep your stockpile diversified and manageable. Prioritize common calibers like 9mm, .22 LR, and 12-gauge shells to maximize your options in a crisis. Proper storage is key. Use moisture-proof containers and keep your ammunition in a cool, dry place to ensure longevity. Don't forget to practice rotating your stock so you're always using the oldest ammo first, keeping everything fresh and reliable. Training is just as vital as the tools themselves. Owning a firearm or defense tool without knowing how to use it effectively can be dangerous. Regular practice at a range helps you develop muscle memory and confidence. Learning tactical strategies for home defense ensures you can respond quickly and decisively even under stress. Remember, defense isn't about creating conflict, it's about being prepared to protect what matters most in uncertain times. Owning the right tools and knowing how to use them can mean the difference between survival and vulnerability. Always prioritize safety, comply with your local laws, and invest in professional training to become a responsible and capable protector. The time to prepare is now. Don't wait for the situation to escalate before you start thinking about your defense plan. Number 6. In the unpredictable landscape of 2025, ensuring access to clean drinking water is paramount. Clean water is the foundation of survival, yet many people underestimate how quickly access to it can disappear during a crisis. From natural disasters to systemic infrastructure failures, events that disrupt water supplies are becoming increasingly frequent and severe. Recent data shows that over 30% of the global population still struggles with access to safe drinking water under normal conditions. Imagine how much worse this can get during emergencies. This is why water filtration systems are among the most vital tools in any survival plan. Advanced technologies in water filtration are now providing us with portable, efficient, and sustainable options. For instance, nano-enhanced ceramic filters can eliminate bacteria and viruses, ensuring you have access to clean water even in the direst situations. Water filtration systems have become crucial for ensuring that even contaminated sources like streams, ponds, or stored rainwater can become potable. Solar-powered filtration systems have also emerged as a game changer, particularly in regions where power outages are common. These systems harness sunlight to purify water without requiring batteries or external power, making them an ideal solution in remote areas or disaster zones. Recent innovations have brought smart features into water filtration. Many systems now include IoT-enabled sensors that allow real-time water quality monitoring. These devices can alert users to filter performance issues or dangerous contaminants, making it easier to trust the water you're drinking. A good example of portable technology is the Life Straw, a popular option that uses a high-performance microfilter membrane to remove pathogens and even chemicals from water, all in a pocket-sized design. But water filtration is more than just technology, it's a strategy. Diversifying your filtration tools increases your resilience. For instance, a compact portable filter like the Life Straw is perfect for quick evacuation, while larger gravity-fed or solar-powered systems can handle higher volumes for families or longer-term stays. Pairing filters with proper water storage solutions, such as BPA-free containers, further ensures that you have both clean water and the means to store it safely for days or weeks. It's also crucial to consider the type of filtration system you need based on your location and likely emergencies. Are you in an area prone to flooding where surface water may be your only option, or do you live in a region at risk of drought where groundwater is your main backup? Different systems are optimized for different scenarios, so research your environment and risks carefully when choosing. Finally, maintaining your filtration system is as important as owning one. Regularly cleaning and replacing filters ensures peak performance. Stock up on spare filters now while they're still readily available, and practice using your device so there's no learning curve when you need it most. Access to clean water is non-negotiable, and having the right tools can be the difference between life and death. Planning now ensures you'll be prepared for whatever challenges come your way. Number 7, in light of the approaching uncertainties of 2025, ensuring a dependable long-term food supply is more critical than ever. Recent advancements in food preservation technologies offer innovative solutions to extend shelf life and maintain nutritional value. One such advancement is freeze drying, a process that removes moisture from food at low temperatures, preserving its structure and nutrients. This method results in lightweight, long-lasting products ideal for emergency storage. Additionally, the development of edible sensors and smart packaging technologies is revolutionizing food safety. These sensors can detect spoilage indicators, ensuring that stored food remains safe for consumption over extended periods. Traditional methods like root cellaring also remain effective. By storing certain crops in cool, dark environments, it's possible to maintain their freshness for months without the need for modern refrigeration. Incorporating these preservation techniques into your preparedness plan can provide peace of mind, knowing that your long-term food supplies are both safe and sustainable. Number 8. In the unpredictable landscape of 2025, maintaining reliable communication during emergencies is more crucial than ever. Imagine a scenario where natural disasters have crippled traditional communication infrastructures, leaving communities isolated and vulnerable. In such critical moments, having access to advanced communication devices can mean the difference between life and death. Recent advancements have significantly enhanced the effectiveness of emergency communication tools. For instance, the integration of satellite connectivity into smartphones now allows users to send text messages and make emergency calls without relying on terrestrial cell towers. This feature has proven invaluable in disaster-stricken areas, ensuring that individuals can reach out for help even when conventional networks are down. Additionally, the development of portable cell towers, known as cells on wheels, known as COWs, has revolutionized on-the-ground communication during crises. These mobile units can be rapidly deployed to restore connectivity in affected regions, providing essential support to both residents and emergency personnel. Such innovations ensure that even in the most challenging circumstances, lines of communication remain open, facilitating timely rescue operations. Equipping yourself with these cutting-edge communication devices is not just about staying connected. It's about ensuring that you and your loved ones have a lifeline when it matters most. Incorporating these tools into your emergency preparedness plan is a proactive step toward resilience in an uncertain world. Number 9, picture this. A storm has swept through your area, leaving debris scattered across your property, power lines down, and the nearest hardware store closed indefinitely. Help might not arrive for days. What do? This is where the importance of tools and repair equipment comes to life. In times of crisis, having the right tools on hand isn't just convenient, it can be the difference between weathering the storm or being overwhelmed by it. A simple multi-tool can become your best friend. With its knife, pliers, screwdrivers, and even a saw, this compact piece of equipment can handle dozens of tasks. Need to secure a broken door? Cut a length of rope, tighten a loose screw on critical equipment? A multi-tool can do it all, often in situations where speed and resourcefulness matter most. Similarly, duct tape, often underestimated, has a nearly endless array of uses, from sealing leaks in water containers to creating temporary fixes for torn clothing or even bandaging wounds in an emergency. It's a must-have for any preparedness kit. Rope or paracord adds another layer of functionality. This lightweight yet incredibly strong material can be used to rig shelters, repair broken gear, or even craft makeshift tools. Combined with a solid hammer, screwdrivers, a set of adjustable wrenches, and a reliable flashlight, these tools form the backbone of your emergency repair arsenals. They're not just tools, they're solutions in your hands when the unexpected strikes. But having tools isn't enough. Their condition matters just as much as their presence. Imagine trying to use a rusted wrench or a blunt saw blade when time is critical. Regular maintenance of your tools ensures they're ready when you need them. Oil them to prevent rust, store them in a dry place to avoid corrosion, and check them periodically for wear and tear. Batteries for devices like flashlights or power drills should be rotated and tested to ensure they're charged and functional. Think too about how versatile tools can save resources. Instead of waiting for professionals to fix a leaking pipe, a simple repair kit with tools like pipe tape or a wrench can stop water loss immediately. A screwdriver set can handle everything from fixing a broken appliance to assembling makeshift furniture. In a survival situation, every piece of equipment in your toolkit should earn its place through utility, reliability, and adaptability. Imagine facing not just a storm, but a broader long-term crisis like a supply chain breakdown. Hardware stores might run out of stock quickly, leaving you without options. The tools and equipment you have on hand could be the only resources you can count on for months. Whether it's using a saw to cut firewood for heat or a knife to carve stakes for securing a tent, the ability to act independently is empowering. Preparedness isn't about anticipating every possible situation, it's about having the confidence and capability to adapt to whatever comes your way. Tools and repair equipment are more than objects. They're your lifeline, enabling you to turn problems into solutions when the stakes are high. Number 10, imagine a world where your financial stability hinges on a single unexpected event. This was the reality for Sarah, a nurse and single mother who, like so many others, was living paycheck to paycheck. For years, Sarah had heard about the importance of an emergency fund, but always thought, I'll start tomorrow. Then, one day, an unexpected medical emergency arose involving her child. The hospital bills came fast, and without savings to fall back on, Sarah faced the harsh reality of either taking on high debt or forgoing critical care. Fortunately, she had started saving a year earlier, setting aside small amounts each month into an emergency fund. That simple step saved her from spiraling into financial ruin. Sarah's story isn't unique, but it's a powerful reminder of how essential emergency cash is in today's unpredictable world. Studies reveal that over 60% of people couldn't cover an unexpected $1,000 expense without borrowing or dipping into credit. This statistic highlights a dangerous lack of preparedness, especially in an era where economic and societal changes are creating more instability than ever before. Emergencies don't wait, and without a safety net, a single setback can have a domino effect on your financial future. The solution is straightforward but requires discipline. Building an emergency fund, experts recommend having 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up, enough to cover rent, groceries, utilities, and any essential bills. This might sound daunting, but it's achievable with small, consistent steps. For example, even saving $50 to $100 a month can add up to a meaningful buffer over time. It's about prioritizing this as a non-negotiable part of your financial plan, just like paying a bill. In today's world, physical cash also plays a critical role in your emergency preparations. Consider scenarios like natural disasters, cyber attacks, or even a simple power outage that could disrupt digital payment systems. Having a stash of readily accessible cash in small denominations ensures you can still buy essentials like food and water or pay for transportation when ATMs or online banking are down. Keep this cash in a secure but accessible location, such as a waterproof safe in your home, and remember to periodically update it to match inflation or changes in your local cost of living. Recent data suggests that individuals with even modest emergency funds report significantly lower stress levels and a greater sense of control over their lives. Beyond just financial stability, having emergency cash grants you the confidence to navigate life's uncertainties without the constant fear of being one step away from disaster. Whether it's for unexpected repairs, a sudden job loss, or a critical medical expense, an emergency fund transforms uncertainty into manageable inconvenience. As we approach 2025, a year many experts predict will bring heightened economic challenges, there's never been a better time to start building or replenishing your emergency savings. It's not just about surviving, it's about protecting your peace of mind, your freedom to make decisions, and your ability to weather life's storms without being swept away. Start small, stay consistent, and remember, every dollar saved is a step toward a more secure future. When it comes to hiding essential survival items, you're not just stashing them away. You're creating a fortress of security and strategy. Let's explore some smart techniques to keep your supplies safe, accessible, and undetectable to potential threats. The first rule of hiding is blending. Everyday household items can serve as perfect camouflage for your valuables. For example, hollow out an old book to store small items like cash or precious metals, or use empty food containers to conceal emergency food rations. If you're storing larger items, look for unconventional spaces, under staircases, inside furniture with hidden compartments, or in false walls. The goal is to make your stash invisible to the untrained eye. A well-placed decoy can be just as important as the hiding spot itself. Place obvious low-value items in an accessible location to mislead potential thieves. For instance, keep a small, unlocked safe filled with decoy cash and trinkets, while your real stash remains well hidden elsewhere. The decoy distracts and delays, giving you an edge. Location matters, not just for concealment, but for preservation. Items like emergency cash, heirloom seeds, and ammunition can be ruined by dampness or extreme temperatures. Use airtight containers and silica gel packs to guard against moisture. For locations prone to temperature fluctuations, consider underground storage options such as buried PVC pipes or insulated containers, which can stabilize the environment. Think long-term durability. Your stash needs to endure. Even the best prepared individuals can fall victim to common mistakes when storing their emergency supplies. Avoiding these pitfalls can make all the difference when the unexpected strikes. The first mistake is concealing your emergency items in prominent locations. The top drawer of your dresser, under the bed, or a shoebox in the closet are the first spots intruders or even desperate friends and family will check. Instead, think creatively. Conceal items in hollowed-out books, within unused crawl spaces, or behind inconspicuous wall panels. Remember, the goal is to hide in plain sight. Next, don't overlook the environment. Moisture, heat, and pests can destroy even the most critical supplies. Stashing items in damp basements without proper waterproof containers or leaving cash and documents in sunlit areas can lead to deterioration. Invest in airtight, weatherproof containers, and consider using silica gel packets to keep everything dry and secure. Finally, accessibility is key. Hiding something so well that even you can't retrieve it quickly defeats the purpose. Avoid overcomplicating your storage solutions. Ensure your most essential items, like emergency cash or medical supplies, are within reach during a crisis but still concealed enough to prevent theft or loss. One example of balancing concealment and convenience is hiding a lockbox inside a false bottom drawer. By sidestepping these common mistakes, you'll be far better equipped to secure your survival items for the long term. Now let's discuss how to take your hiding techniques to the next level. The time to act is now. Today's decisions will shape your and your loved ones' readiness for tomorrow's challenges. Start building your emergency stockpile and safeguarding these critical items before it's too late. Don't wait until the shelves are empty or the systems fail. If you found this guide helpful, subscribe to our channel for more actionable prepper tips and strategies. Let's build a community of prepared, resilient individuals who are ready for anything. And we want to hear from you. What's your number one tip for staying prepared? Drop it in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Together we can face whatever comes our way.